Hello, welcome to TRDR.tv. My name is Robert Sievers, and today I'm here with Rayner Teo. He is the creator of the website tradingwithrayner.com and the author of the book, The Ultimate Guide to Trend Following. How are you doing today, Rayner?
I'm doing great, Robert. Thank you for asking.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for joining us today. Um, let's go ahead and let's get started. So, where are you from, Rayner?
So I'm from Singapore.
Okay. And
Just
what languages do you speak? Do you mind me asking?
okay, so for us Singaporeans, our first primary language is English, and followed for me personally, it's because I'm Chinese, so my second language is Chinese.
Okay.
But
Is
for
Mandarin or Cantonese?
Mandarin,
Okay, okay, awesome,
yes.
awesome. And then how old are you?
I'm 28 this year.
28 this year. How long
Yes.
have you been trading for?
I've been trading over the last 7 years. I think I started sometime back in university when I was about 20, 21 years old. That's when I first got started.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And let me ask you basically why did you get started into trading? Was it something that happened at school, or I read also on your bio that you were involved in the military? It had something to do with that.
Yes. Okay. So I think the first exposure I had with the financial markets was when I was in the military. So because I was in First Commando Battalion in
Okay,
Singapore, so I was there serving the army for 2 years. So during the 2 years, we have our allow period where we have a little bit more time to explore and read things that interest us. So that's where I came across books on investment, Warren Buffett investing, value investing, and stuff like that. So that
gotcha.
kind of piqued my interest towards the financial markets. And when I finished the army, right, I had to further my studies. So I had the option to further my studies. So I enrolled in the finance faculty, right, in banking and finance. So in this point of time, right, I knew I wanted to be part of the financial markets, and I was, dabbling with a little bit of, investing on the side. So I didn't really know what I was doing, but at that point in time, I was just, buying and praying and, hoping the price goes up. Yeah. So one fine day, what happened is that in school, they had a broker, a forex broker, who come down to my school to promote forex trading. So so
Okay.
uh, that 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 caught my interest. So I'm thinking, right, investing, trading, how different could it be, right? So I had a go at the competition, right? And within 2 days, I wiped out my trading account. That's all it takes.
Oh,
2 days. So that is my first, I would say, the start of my entire trading career. That was the stepping stone. So, needless to say, at this point in time, you're in university, you don't have money to spend on trading courses. So, everything is self-taught, right? So, I go online, right, into forums, the internet, the books, whatever you name it, I probably, attempt to learn from it. So, that's where I, started trying stuff like indicators, right, Bollinger Bands. They talk about price action, pin bar, engulfing patterns. And then, I tried basically almost everything, right? Maybe 95% of the stuff out there, I probably tried it before. So I would say that my yeah, that's basically how I started, trading. Yeah.
that's cool. I mean, it seems like that's kind of that's similar to a lot of traders these days, and I mean, it's really interesting, and I think it's pretty courageous that you got to learn all by yourself, kind of, and that you learned basically through the websites and anyway, I it's pretty impressive, especially after checking out your website and the ultimate guide as well to your to trend following. So let's go ahead and let's move on, I guess, to your website. What
Okay.
what features are offered on your website tradingwithrayner.com?
Okay, so I basically started off my website as a because I'll be honest, in trading, you're not going to get better in trading just focusing on your trading system. You're only going to get better if you start reflecting, you start journaling down, and you start, have a desire to get better. And one way for me to do that is through my website. Is where I blog down, I journal down my thought process and how I grew as a trader. So that was the start of trading with Rayner.com. That was where I wanted to, just bog down my thoughts, my analysis of the markets, and that's what I do. So I started it when I was in prop trading, right? So I forgot to mention that after I graduated from school, right, I was hired as a prop trader, a proprietary trader, right, and I was focusing mainly in the Nikkei futures market. So
Okay.
that was my role. So I was there about 2 years, and after when I left, right, that was when I had more time to actually dedicate to the website and write things down. Because while I was with the firm, there were certain restrictions and certain things that you just couldn't write openly on the internet. So when I left, right, I would say that constraint, that boundary is no more. So when I left, right, I I I started writing stuff more actively, right? When I was there at the firm, I was writing, but very, very subtle things, very light, and just basically my own thoughts and reflection. So when I left, when I developed as a trader, that is where I got more active in sharing knowledge that worked for me and hopefully, may work for traders out there. So I would say my main trading approach is trend following, right? I read the books of Michael Covell. I read all his books. I study the works of Andreas Kleno, who is a systematic trend follower as well.
Okay.
And I basically read I'll say research papers, right? Research papers are basically papers that are developed by, I would say, the people in the academic side of the world that tested statistically and find that trend following has an edge in the markets. So after, you see work or academic studies that show that it works, you see that hedge funds and the big players are actually using trend following as well. It really gives you the conviction that, hey, this approach, has an edge in the markets. So I decided to, delve 100% into it, right? Study all the every aspect of trend following and find an approach that, finally suit me. So that's what I do right now.
Okay, well, thank you. And yeah, I mean, it seems like that's kind of what you focused on is trend following. So I mean, it's I think it's interesting that you also offered your book basically for free on your website. I mean, it's a very generous thing to do, and I mean, I understand a little bit more now why you kind of do it. Basically, because of I mean, it's for self-improvement, but also for helping other people as well. And so that's really generous of you. And I mean, is there anything that you kind of want to tell us about the book a little bit? Are there certain things that you talk about or you focus on, or anything along those lines?
Okay, so the book is just basically an ebook, right? So basically, I've read a lot of works about trend following, right, from Michael Covell, Andreas Kleno, the research papers. So I would say that if someone wants to attempt to read the materials that I've read previously, right, they have to go through all the books, the papers, and everything else. So I would say the ultimate guide to trend following is just basically a summary of trend following, right, the essence of it. So basically, if you go and read the guide, I basically break down trend following into 5 aspects, right? So the first aspect is basically, you look to buy high and sell low. So this goes against a lot of, traditional school of thought in trading, you buy low and sell high, but trend following just happens to be, different, right? We look to buy high and sell higher. So that's one. So the second thing is that we just follow price, right? We don't try and, predict where is the market tops and bottoms. We just look to the screen, right? You look from left to right. If it's trading higher, we look to buy. If it's trading lower, we look to sell. As simple as it is, right? That's the essence of, just follow price.
Okay.
And the third thing is that, we are trying to capture trends in the market. So you will greatly increase the odds of capturing a trend in the market if you look at more markets, right? It doesn't really make sense if you just focus on, maybe say 2 or 3 markets, right? You're doing yourself a disfavor. So as trend followers, we like to look at across a wide variety of markets. I think most hedge funds, right, they look anywhere from 60 to 100 markets. So that's 3, right? Look across all markets. And the fourth thing is risk management, right? Which professional trader don't look at risk management, right? So as a trend follower, I put, right, no more than 1% risk on each trade, right? Because honestly, even though that you have a good feeling about this trade, but the thing is that it's all a numbers game. You never know whether each trade is going to be a winner or a loser. So when the drawdown comes, the only way to survive the drawdown is to have proper risk management. So I risk no more than 1% on each trade. So that's 4. And last but not least, the fifth thing is that as a trend follower, again, right, this again goes against the school of thought, which is, to have a fixed profit target. As a trend follower, I have no profit target. Whenever I put on a trade, I just put on my entry and my stop loss. And the only way I'm going to exit my trade is I trail my stop loss accordingly if price goes in my favor. Or alternatively, if I get stopped out, then, hit my stop loss, and so be it.
Yeah.
But I never have a profit target ahead of time. So that's basically, the 5 essence of trend following summarized in the book. And towards I'll say in the book as well, I share with you a trading strategy that I use myself, right? So it's basically encompass the 5 principles I've mentioned with you, the trading strategy. And the interesting thing is this, right? I may share with you the strategy, but chances are, right, out of 100 who see it, right, 95 or even 99 won't even use it, because you have to find a strategy that actually suits your own personality, right? You can take the concept, right? Yeah, you can take the skeleton, the bones, the concept of it, right? But you have to tweak it in such a way whereby it fits you. Yep. So that's basically, what the ultimate guide to trend following is all about.
Okay, so it's yeah. Basically, you offer it for free to see if other people then can if it fits their trading styles or the way that they kind of want to manage their money. But I mean, it seems like the 5 points that you have are are very good points, and are definitely, regardless of whether it's even just trend following. Almost the majority of them seem like they could be applied to a lot of day trading and stock exchange
Yes, that's right.
stock exchange trading. So basically. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit more about your mentorship program. So you were talking to me a little bit about your mentorship program that's also offered on the website. I think it's offered a couple times per year. Can you give me a little bit of a description about what that entails and also kind of when you decide are the right times to do it?
Okay, so as I progress on as a trader, then I have a lot of requests from other traders who needs help, who wants help. So there is, as much as I want to help everyone, it is impossible because every one of us only have 24 hours a day. So I figured, the way out is, to offer a paid mentorship program. So I can really filter out from those who really wants to learn and from those who just say they just want to learn, but they don't have the heart to learn. So that was my development of the trend following mentorship program. And I typically conduct about 3 to 4 times a year. That's about it because it requires a lot of commitment from me. So I can't do it very often. So usually how it works is that as of right now, right, but it may change in the future, but as of right now is that I will meet up with you. No, sorry, I'll meet up with you on a webinar, right, on the weekends. And I have about a 12-hour webinar to go through with you. So typically we'll meet up 4 times over the weekend, right? So 3 hours each, it will be 12 hours. That is to impart to you all the necessary skill and knowledge about trend following and the essentials of technical analysis. So after the theory session, it's not enough because theory is one thing, but when you apply it live in the markets, it's another thing altogether. So for the students, right, what we have is that I'll bring them into a private Facebook group. I will share with them the market analysis and everything that is being taught in the theory lessons. I'm applying it now in the live market so they can see it for themselves how it works live. And on top of it, right, we have a monthly Q&A sessions because definitely, right, as you progress on as a trader, different questions will pop up along the way.
You're gonna have questions.
So the monthly Q&A session is to answer whatever questions they have, if they, along their way of their trading journey. So I guess what I would say I really like to emphasize is this, right? As you've mentioned earlier, Robert, right? Trading style, right, suits different traders' personality. So I understand that I may spend time with you and you may realize, hey, Rayner, trend following is not for me. And I understand that. And honestly, right, I don't want you to spend money only to realize that it's not for you. So what I do is that you can come into my live webinars, you can have all my materials, you join my Facebook group, the monthly Q&A session, and if within 30 days you feel that it's not for you, I will refund every penny of you. So you do not even spend a single cent on it. So that is my policy for all traders who wish to enroll in the mentorship program. And this is something that I really take pride in because I only would accept monetary value if I can provide the value that traders are looking for. If not, I have no right to take your money. So that's how it works.
There's not very many people that are into the the education of day trading, just for, and that are willing to do that kind of stuff, so I highly recommend going to check out your website, tradingwithrayner.com, because I've seen a couple of the other comments that people have left, and it seems like a lot of the people that you've taught have have really enjoyed the teaching process, and based upon what you just said, the fact that you're willing to refund, if the trading style, the trend following is not necessarily for you, I mean, it seems like it's a win-win scenario. Either way, you have a lot of your material is offered for free on your website, and in addition to that, also on your YouTube channel as well, which is Rayner Teo, which is your name. And so, basically, if I highly recommend to anybody that's looking to get a little education in trend following to check it out, to check out your YouTube channel and your website. It doesn't really seem like you can lose that much. Of course, it's the stock market, so you can lose once you're done with the education process. But up until then, you'll at least get a lot of information from your websites, and so that's something that I highly recommend for those of us who are who are looking to get a little education. Would you recommend it mostly to people that are beginners, people that are intermediate, people that are advanced? Do you kind of change sometimes a little bit your webinar based upon the student's level of education already, or is it kind of a one size fits all kind of thing?
Okay, so I believe as of right now, my audience is more towards traders who have already been trading for 6 months to a year and
Okay.
have lost money. Yeah. So they realize that they are the group of traders who realize that trading is not easy and they need help, right? So my website wouldn't be catered to those traders who are looking to get rich quick, right? Looking to turn 1,000 to 100,000, because their expectations is clearly not in line with reality, and that is not something that I could help them with.
They're
as of now.
gambling, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I would say traders who do not know what is a buy stop, what's a buy limit, how do I place a sell or buy order. Again, right, my website may be a little too, I wouldn't say too advanced, but I would say they need a foundation first before they can understand certain of the technical concepts that I talk about. So I would say, it's good for those who have at least 3 to 6 months of trading experience, and it will be a good fit for them.
Okay. And then do you typically get students from all over the world, or is it typically from certain regions?
Okay, so I from based on what I see on the Google Analytics, right, it seems that the bulk, about 40% of the audience are from Singapore, the rest are from US, UK, Malaysia. So I believe I have students from all around the world, like from UK, from the Philippines, the Singapore, Malaysia. So I would say, yeah, around the world.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, it seems like you've gotten a nice reach, with your website and your YouTube channel. What markets? I mean, we were talking a little bit more about it, about how you kind of you tend to use a lot of different markets. I mean, would you say that there's some that you tend to stick to? I mean, you were talking about trading in the Nikkei markets, and Japanese markets, or you do mostly Hong Kong, the United States, or you just do a little bit of everything?
Okay, so while I was at the prop trading firm, I focused a lot of day trading on the Nikkei futures. But ever since I've left the firm, I'm more open to the other market. So right now I trade anywhere from the forex market, the metals like the gold, silver, platinum, palladium, the energy markets, right, crude oil, natural gas, and etc. All right, wheat, corn, etc. Yeah. So I expose myself to about 60, 65 markets as of now,
Okay.
trying to capture trend, across the different sectors.
Awesome. Do you mind me asking how much you typically make on average per year with your personal trades?
Okay, so as of right now, over the last 18 months, right, my return is about 100% over the last 18 months.
Wow. Okay. That's impressive. I think
Yeah.
that's a testament to your process, and so I definitely, like I said before, I recommend it to a lot of the people that are using Trader TV and looking to get into the education, or looking to maybe find a certain trading style that really fits their personality. Your website is definitely good to check out, because there's a lot of the content is up there for free, and it seems like it's something that you do to improve yourself as well, and so you've taken a lot of pride in it, and I'm really impressed, and so that's really the majority of the time that we have today. Unfortunately, though, I really appreciate and want to thank you for joining us, Rayner. Let's go ahead and we'll call the rest of the interview for today, and hopefully we get to see some of your content live on Trader TV over the next couple of weeks. And thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, Robert.
See you, Rayner.
See you.
Thank you very much for joining us on Trader TV. That was Rayner Teo, with his website, tradingwithrayner.com. And thank you very much. We hope you get to learn a little bit more on Trader TV. Thank you for joining us. Have a nice day.